Namaskar, hello and welcome to Sansad TV. I am Namrata Singh and you are watching Question Hour. This show focuses on important questions raised by the members in both the House of Parliament concerning matters of national interest. In the Rajya Sabha, members from various parties posed questions related to 14 ministries and sought responses from the respective ministers. Similarly, during the Question Hour in Lok Sabha, members from diverse parties raised questions pertaining to 9 ministries seeking responses from the respective ministers. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the questions whose replies were tabled in both the houses. Lok Sabha member Dharambir Singh asked the Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas whether the government is promoting biofuel blending of petrol and diesel, and if so, the details thereof, and whether the government has any plans to encourage the use of crop residue for biofuel, and if so, the details thereof. The ministry in its reply informed the House that the promotion of use of biofuels as a suitable alternative to petroleum products has been done through the National Policy on Biofuels. Government has been promoting the blending of ethanol in petrol under the Ethanol Blended Petrol Program with multiple objectives. As a green fuel, ethanol supports environmental sustainability efforts of the government. It reduces dependence on crude oil imports while saving foreign exchange and promotes the domestic agriculture sector. EBP program has resulted in expeditious payment to farmers of more than 1,25,000 crore rupees from ethanol supply year 2014 to 15 up to July 2025, besides savings of more than 1,44,000 crore rupees of foreign exchange. Net CO2 reduction of about 736 lakh metric tons and substitution of more than 244 lakh metric tons of crude oil. Under the EBP program, public sector oil marketing companies achieved the target of 10% ethanol blending in petrol in June 2022, 5 months ahead of the target during ESY 2021-22, 12.6% in ESY 2022-23 and 14.60% in ESY 2023-24. Further, for the ongoing ESY 2024-25, the blending percentage has gone up to 19% as on 31st July 2025. During the month of July 2025, ethanol blending of 19.93% has been achieved. To further facilitate ethanol production, government has notified the Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Yojana in 2019, amended in 2024, with the objectives to establish advanced biofuels projects in the country using lignocellulosic biomass and other renewable feedstocks, including crop residue, provide remunerative income to farmers for their otherwise waste agriculture residues, create rural and urban employment opportunities, address concerns of environmental pollution caused by burning of biomass, agriculture residue, reduce soil and water pollution from municipal solid waste, contribute to Swachh Bharat mission, help in meeting the target envisaged in the ethanol blended petrol program, reduce dependence on crude oil imports, etc. Government has also taken several measures to support use of biodiesel, which inter alia include prescribing indicative target of blending of biodiesel in diesel, direct sale of biodiesel under the National Policy on Biofuels, notifying the guidelines for sale of biodiesel for blending with high-speed diesel for transportation purpose 2019, reduction of GST rate for procurement of biodiesel for blending program from 12% to 5%, etc. Rajya Sabha member Kartikeya Sharma asked the Department of Space the steps taken by government to promote startups in indigenous design, development of technology and manufacturing in the space sector, and the details thereof. The ministry in its reply informed the House that the following schemes, incentives, assistance have been announced or implemented to promote startups in the space sector. 1,000 crore rupees Antariksh Venture Capital Fund has been announced to encourage private investment. Differential pricing policy to incentivize the startups. Technology Adoption Fund of 500 crore rupees for enabling technology development and commercialization. Seed Fund Scheme to encourage startups and NGEs to develop the space technologies and applications. Providing facilitation, established technical center and mentorship to handhold and enabling private sectors. Enabled cutting-edge technology transfer from ISRO to private sector. Establishing Earth observation system under public-private partnership. Providing technical assistance to the industry at no-cost basis through resident experts engaged by InSpace. Pre-Incubation Entrepreneurship Development Program. And providing support to state governments for setting up of space manufacturing cluster and financial assistance to establish common technical facilities. The following schemes are implemented to provide R&D grants to startups. Technology Adoption Fund, a funding scheme designed to promote innovations and drive the commercialization of cutting-edge technologies in the space sector, has been instituted with a total funding of 500 crore rupees. Seed Fund Scheme, a grant of up to 1 crore rupees for the startups to carry out R&D in the field of space sector. Satellite Bus as a Service, 20 crore rupees grant for development of spacecraft bus would be given up to 4 Indian industries at 5 crore rupees each. Lok Sabha member Mahesh Kashyap asked the Minister of Housing and Urban Affairs the details of the total funds sanctioned under the National Action for Mechanized Sanitation Ecosystem Scheme till June 2025. The Ministry, in its reply, informed the House that the National Action for Mechanized Sanitation Ecosystem Scheme has been launched in July 2023 by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment in convergence with Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. The objective is to ensure safety and dignity of sanitation workers. The Namaste scheme is being implemented by the National Safai Karamcharis Finance and Development Corporation, the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment for a period of 3 years from financial year 2023-24 to financial year 2025-26 with a budget allocation of 349 crore rupees. It is a central sector scheme under which safety devices for mechanized sanitation for emergency response sanitation units are procured. As per information received from the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, so far 105 crore rupees has been sanctioned towards Namaste. Out of an estimated 42 crore urban population in India, about 50% use septic tanks. This indicates a critical need for regular desludging services to safely remove and dispose of fecal sludge at designated treatment locations. Around 35% of the population is connected to sewer networks that require regular maintenance for efficient wastewater flow to treatment plants. Both sewer systems and septic tanks need regular cleaning. Sewer manholes must be cleared of blockages and septic tanks must be desludged regularly. Rajya Sabha members Kiran Chaudhary and Maya Narolia asked the Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports the steps taken by the ministry to ensure equal participation of women across all sporting disciplines and support structures, the objective of the Asmita Women's League, the initiatives government has launched to increase female participation in sports at the grassroots level. The ministry, in its reply, informed the House that sports being a state subject, the responsibility of development of sports, including promotion of women athletes in the country, rests primarily with the state and union territory governments, and the central government only supplements their efforts. However, this ministry is running various sports promotional schemes across the country which promote equal participation for both men and women sportspersons across all sporting disciplines and support structures. These schemes include Khelo India National Program for Development of Sports, assistance to National Sports Federation, cash incentives to medal winners in international sports events and their coaches, national sports awards, pension to meritorious sports persons, Pandit Deendayal Upadhyay National Welfare Program for Sports Persons, National Sports Development Fund, running sports training centers through Sports Authority of India and National Center for Sports Science and Research. Details of these schemes are available in the public domain on the website of the ministry. Further, under the Khelo India scheme, there is a dedicated sub-component of sports for women, where an emphasis is laid on such sports disciplines where there is less participation of women. Presently, a total of 130 women athletes are receiving financial assistance under TOP scheme. Further, all women athletes under the TOP scheme are eligible for financial assistance for their preparation for Olympic and Paralympic Games. Asmita Women League has been introduced in the country in order to increase the participation of women in sports by organizing various leagues, to utilize the leagues as a platform for identification of new talents and evaluation of existing Khelo India athletes, and to provide competition exposure to women athletes of different age categories across the country. Further, the Asmita Leagues are conducted in partnership with various national sports federations. Till now, women leagues have been organized in 29 sports disciplines across the country. Total 1,310 competitions have been organized for women athletes with over 1,38,000 participants. Lok Sabha members Sukant Kumar Panigrahi and Anil Firozia asked the Minister of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises objectives and scope of the Udyam Sakhi portal and the expenditure incurred in developing and maintaining the portal. The steps taken to expand grassroots level training, skilling, skill development and capacity building programs in areas such as spinning, other village industries, weaving, pottery and beekeeping for rural youth and women. The ministry in its reply informed the House that the Udyam Sakhi portal was launched in 2018 to provide information regarding financial schemes, policies and programs of Ministry of MSMEs to existing and prospective women entrepreneurs in the MSME sector. The expenditure incurred for developing and maintaining the Udyam Sakhi portal was borne by Institute for Design of Electrical Measuring Instruments, Mumbai, an autonomous body under Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Since the inception of the portal, over 4,000 women entrepreneurs have registered and benefited in the country. Ministry of MSME has made sustained efforts towards inclusiveness and for promoting digital registration of women entrepreneurs through its field offices and in coordination with state governments and MSME associations. As a result of these efforts, enterprises owned by women constitute about 39% of the enterprises registered on Udyam or Udyam Assist portals. Khadi and Village Industries Commission is a statutory body under the Ministry of MSME with the objectives of providing employment opportunities, promoting production of sellable articles to drive economic growth and promoting self-reliance among individuals. The function of KVIC is to plan, promote, facilitate, organize and assist in the establishment and development of khadi and village industries, including in rural areas in coordination with related agencies. For this purpose, KVIC implements Khadi and Gramodyog Vikas Yojana consisting of Khadi Vikas Yojana and Gramodyog Vikas Yojana. Under KVY, through the following scheme components, rural industrialization, self-reliance and traditional livelihoods across the country, including in rural areas, is promoted. Modified market development assistance is given to producing khadi institutions and khadi artisans. with a view to increasing the capacity of Khadi institutions and income of Khadi artisans. Interest subsidy eligibility certificate facilitates credit at concessional rate of interest through banks as per requirement of the Khadi institutions for production of Khadi. Under GVY, KVIC provides training, toolkits and hand-holding to rural and traditional artisans under various verticals of village industries like mineral-based industry, agro-based and food processing industry, wellness and cosmetic industry, handmade paper, leather and plastic industry, rural engineering and new technology industry, etc. KVIC provides skill development training to artisans and entrepreneurs through departmental training centers, multidisciplinary training centers, and non-departmental training centers. These training centers impart training under various disciplines like weaving, spinning, village oil, plum gourd, palm gourd, cane and bamboo, food processing, beekeeping, agarbatti making, popcorn making, air conditioner repair and maintenance, mobile repair, sewing machine operator, etc. To strengthen grassroots level training and skill development, KVIC has engaged training partners to extend the reach of its initiatives to artisans in remote areas and villages.
Well, that is all I have for you in this edition of Question Hour. Stay tuned and thank you for watching Sansad TV.